July 6, 2002. Indian billionaire Dhirubhai Ambani passed away without leaving a will. And that gave birth to history's most expensive sibling rivalry between his sons Anil and Mukesh Ambani. It became so big, in fact, that the Finance Minister of India had to interfere, but he failed to settle it. After 3 years of juggling in courts, it was their mother who brought an end to it by dividing the company into two halves. But it was Anil Ambani who seemed like a winner. Everything he touched was turning into gold. He was everywhere, from partying with Bollywood stars to investing millions in Hollywood production houses. He was making millions even in his sleep. He was ahead of his elder brother Mukesh in Forbes' 2006 list, and he went on to become the 6th richest person of the world in 2007, with a net worth above $42 billion. But just a few years later, in February 2020, the same man was sitting in a court in UK declaring his net worth is zero and he is bankrupt. Welcome to TheLuxious, and today we'll be talking about how Anil Ambani lost it all. But before that, please do hit that subscribe button if you still haven't. When Dhirubhai Ambani, the father of Mukesh and Anil Ambani, died in 2002 without a will, Mukesh was made the chairman and Anil the managing director of Reliance Industries, which at the time was a multi-billion-dollar business conglomerate. However, trouble began brewing between the brothers, and in 2005, the company was split into two. While Anil took over the telecom, power generation and financial services businesses, Mukesh kept the oil refining and petrochemicals businesses. They also signed a non-compete pact until 2010. And they also agreed that neither of the brothers will venture into the industries of the other for the next 10 years. Reliance Communications, Reliance Power, Reliance Capital, Reliance Infrastructure, Reliance Naval, Reliance Home Finance are the businesses run by Anil Ambani's Reliance Group. According to reports, Anil really wanted the telecom business, which at the time was an industry with immense promise and scope for growth. Chapter 1: The Downfall of Reliance Communication. Reliance Communication, or RCom as it's also known, was the most promising business Anil took over. Reports say that when RCom started as Reliance Infocom in 2002, it chose the CDMA, or Core Division Multiple Access Platform, which was then an emerging technology. However, rivals such as Airtel and Hutch were using the GSM, or Global System for Mobile Communication. However, as the telecom industry grew, Reliance was at a disadvantage with CDMA, since it only supported 2G and 3G. When 4G came, RCom lost out. Adding to its woes, over the years, competition in the telecom industry intensified, with various players vying for more subscribers and lower prices. In a bid to stay in the game, Anil kept borrowing to grow and expand the business. Telecom is a capital-intensive business, and over the years, the industry was hit with price wars and falling profitability, and RCom was no exception. As Anil kept trying to grow the business aggressively, the need for investments went up, which meant he was borrowing more. This included network expansion, entering various deals, and even setting up a sister company for undersea cable network. The final nail in the coffin was his brother's entry into the telecom business.
Of Jio's application and content will be available for everyone.
But we've always tried to change the rules of the game.
After the non-compete clause ended in 2010, Mukesh acquired Infotel Broadband, marking his foray into the telecom business. In 2016, he took the industry by storm with the launch of Reliance Jio Infocom, which sounded the death knell not just for RCom but for the entire telecom industry. Amid widening losses and piling debt, Arcom shut its wireless operations in 2017. Anil then shifted focus to other businesses. He also announced a debt resolution plan to sell assets and pay debt. At the time, Anil struck a deal with his brother to sell Arcom to Jio, but the sale was scrapped after the telecom department asked Jio to take responsibility for Arcom's dues, which Mukesh wasn't willing to do. It went into insolvency proceedings in May 2018, with the National Company Law Tribunal, or NCLT, admitting 3 petitions against Arcom filed by Ericsson. At the time, Ericsson claimed that Arcom owed it over Rs 11 billion in dues. The amount is equivalent to $190 million in 2023. The Supreme Court had, at the time, threatened to imprison Anil if he didn't pay Rs 5.5 billion, equivalent to $92 million in 2023, to Ericsson India in a month's time. Mukesh Ambani then stepped in at the last moment and made the payment for his brother. Chapter 2: More misery for Anil. In September 2019, Anil announced that Reliance Capital will exit its lending business and let its insurance units become long-term value creators. Reliance Home Finance and Reliance Commercial Finance are working closely with lenders to finalize a resolution plan, it was further announced. Anil told shareholders at the time that Reliance Capital suffered great collateral damage from the crisis in the financial services sector. Reliance Home Finance also defaulted on bond repayments. Reliance Infra and Reliance Power were also struggling at the time. Both companies had been defaulting on loans. On January 7th, Reliance Power informed the stock exchanges that it defaulted on a debt repayment of Rs 6.85 billion in Q3. After the default, Yes Bank acquired 30% stake in Reliance Power subsidiary Rosa Power Supply by invoking pledged shares. In February 2020, Anil Ambani declared that his net worth has fallen to zero after considering his liabilities. He pleaded poverty and claimed that he doesn't hold any meaningful assets that could be liquidated to pay off the debts he owed to the Chinese banks. The dispute still rages on with the UK court, ordering him to pay the 3 Chinese banks to the tune of $716 million. However, amidst the ruins of his empire, there are valuable lessons to be learned. Ambani's downfall underscores the importance of prudent risk management, strategic foresight, and ethical governance in the realm of business. It serves as a stark reminder that no empire, no matter how formidable, is immune to the pitfalls of hubris and complacency. And on that sagacious note, it's time for us to call it a day. But we do hope that you liked the video and found it informative. Subscribe to the channel and don't forget to click the bell icon. Your valuable suggestions are very important to us, so do post them in the comment section. And I'll see you in the next video.